Hey guys, it's Alex, and today I'm bringing you another update on the Fairmont. Recently, Harvey took in the job to clearance the tub on the rear tire. If you guys are new watchers to the channel, I have Fairmont 79 Fairmont project that I've started to name Hush Money, and I'll let you guys know why I'm naming it Hush Money later on. I want to make sure that things are in the clear before I start to talk any shit, because I love to talk shit. It's really hard to, be a serious YouTuber and have the urge to talk a lot of shit, because that's kind of what got me here, but I'm gonna keep it quiet for now. So Harvey took the job in, and after talking to him for a little bit, he's like, dude, I'll put in the K member, I'll take the engine out, I'll do everything. And I'm like, you know what, that frees up a lot of time. I can do a whole bunch of other things with the red car. I can do a whole bunch of other things with other things I got going on. I might have another car kind of waiting in the wings that kind of just fell on my lap. But for now, I'll just show you what I ended up getting for the Fairmont that needs to be completed in order to make it a full rolling chassis, so that all I'm waiting on is basically a powertrain. So I called UPR, and of course the great people at UPR got me hooked up with a manual steering rack. As a lot of you guys know, this is the popular option for Fox Body guys, because these are pretty light cars and they don't require too much manual effort to pretty much steer. They're pretty straightforward. So I got myself a manual rack. Along with a manual rack, you have to get yourself the steering shaft. The funny thing is about the steering shaft is about the same price as the manual rack. It's not cheap, but it's very, very well engineered. Okay, this goes to the steering column to the rack. So I'm going to go ahead and take these down to Harvey, see how much progress he's done on the Fairmont in the last couple of days, if any. I'm not expecting him to fly through the project. And I'm gonna, drop off a deposit, because I'm a bro like that. I understand that, people need to get paid, and I don't want to just, have him waiting around in case he has to get parts or whatever. But he offered to make it a full rolling chassis, meaning take the motor out, put the K-member in, put the suspension parts in, clearance the rear tub. We're gonna go take a look at it. Also, he's gonna weld up the rear torque box reinforcements. So I'm gonna head my way there, drop off some parts, see where he's at with the car. Oh Jesus, sorry guys, listening to 80s gayness. Here at RV shop, pulling up to the spot. I was hoping Taylor Swift would be here. Taylor Swift is his Coyote powered F100, but let's go in here, see what's going on, drop off some parts.
So this is a 51 Chevy. Chevy, okay?
I got it.
It's a friend of mine's. It's a customer. It's a customer project. He's in here we're gonna do a custom exhaust on it. It's obviously a lace frame, so nice high and tight. Gonna tuck up the exhaust.
So you're waiting on basically some exhaust parts to come in to just kind of get it all squared away?
Yeah, we're gonna do a tech article for street trucks, so I'm waiting on some approvals and stuff. But
okay,
pretty much gonna do like a custom MagnaFlow on it.
Now this is a bagged truck. It's got a Ford 9-inch, so you can't finish a truck even if it's a Chevy. It's got a Ford 9-inch.
Well, the Ford 9-inch is just like a universal.
No. It's necessary. No Chevy can be complete with a Ford 9-inch.
They're very strong. They're very strong, very durable, very modular. You can say you can do all kinds of stuff to them.
So can you actually go up and down with the bags right now, or is that kind of like a process?
Well, I let all the air out, but we can start it up and let the compressors charge up a little bit.
Eh, not right now. We'll just get on the Fairmont real quick. It's a fucking Chevy. I'm not going to highlight it. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's badass.
I mean, it's got a fully custom. The whole back, like 3/4 of it's custom built. I think Miranda did all this work. They do awesome stuff.
Where are they out of?
They used to be in Stewart. Now they're down in Delray. They're basically like a high-end hot rod shop. They do really nice stuff.
All right, very cool. All right, let's get to the real hot rod.
Yeah, we'll get to the good stuff, right? All the Chevy stuff.
Nah, it's cool. I like it. I mean, it's different. I think the allure of these things is you can just drive them and not really give a shit about the paint. It's kind of the idea around this thing, because I'm not going to paint this. I'm not.
Oh, I love it, dude. I mean,
leave it primer.
That's like the whole concept between my truck, and the patina thing. At least to me, is like, there's nothing worse than having a nice painted car that can't do shit.
Yeah, you can't drive it.
Doesn't run, you know what I mean?
Do you imagine if you're on the highway and a rock chip hits your shit and you're like, fuck, fuck.
Half the time, guys are like, they're afraid to drive it because they don't want to screw up the paint. With the trucks, it's like, someone could ding the door. I don't care. It's fine, And for the trucks, it's acceptable because it's a truck. It's a work truck, It's cool, whatever.
Yeah, I've seen some trucks that have like, $10,000 paint jobs, and I'm like, what are you gonna do with that? It's just gonna look pretty in your driveway. It's gonna look real pretty in your driveway.
So now that's kind of switched gears. People want to drive it. They want to enjoy it. They want good power plants, but I just like the sleeper thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that's going to give it away is
Other
obviously
the
the
wheels,
wheels. But
yeah.
still, you see this on wheels, you're like, yo, what's going on here? This is kind of cool.
So where are we at? What have you progressed on?
I started, I stripped the interior down. You can see.
Is it mint underneath?
Yeah, it was real mint, let me tell you.
Oh, you had to scrape all that shit?
I had
Oh, dude, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Actually, what's funny is, for some reason, this bottom piece just came off. Like, it just peeled off.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is easy, right? No, but when it got to that, it was fucking melted on, so I had to dig around.
You mean all that undercoating shit? The sound
yeah,
ending.
There
Oh,
might
wow.
be some like hanging around here, but yeah, so I had to strip all that down. And
Well, at least there's no rot. It's not rotted up underneath.
no,
It's a Waco
actually,
car.
the foundation's solid. I mean, there's no rust or nothing. This is a solid car. It's honestly better than a lot of Fox bodies I've seen.
That's kind of what I got. The reason behind this is because everyone's got a fucking notch or an 86 or a 93, and it's fucking clapped out. Everything is clapped out.
No,
So.
you're right. They're so hard to get. And
So
we had a Zephyr at PBH years ago.
Really?
Same deal. I don't know if you
Yeah,
know
Mercury Zephyr. Yes.
Same
Same
deal.
exact thing. Yeah. Actually,
Body, chassis, everything.
back in Massachusetts, this guy named Mike Robinson. He used to own a chassis shop in Southampton, Massachusetts. He had a fucking Mercury Zephyr, put a 460 in it with a C6 and a truck turbo made out of like PVC or whatever they call that, the intake pipe and shit.
Yeah.
It ran like 1130s, and I was like, oh my god, that's the coolest on 10 whole wheels. It was the coolest thing ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That Zephyr I thought was cool as shit. And this thing's
How much of a pain? How much of a pain was getting this out? Not that bad, or the rear end and everything? Was
rear
it?
end was fine.
I just kind of, you see how I was just hand tight bolts.
Which is good because I had to take it out. So I mean,
Right, I was just like, I'm just gonna hand tight. It's all gonna come apart anyway. So,
you have to unscrew.
so what you were saying is it's really hard to clearance a tub inside. We were talking about this yesterday a little bit about it. Okay, cool. When'd you get the lift? Like 3-4 months ago? A week ago? A month ago?
Probably 3 weeks.
Okay. Very cool. You can actually do shit. I did that rear end on the ground. That fucking sucked. I mean, that sucked so bad. By the way, where can people find these benches? Because everyone's yelling at me about, show me the link where you can find the benches.
Just message me on Facebook
Yeah,
or Instagram.
just look for that on Instagram or Facebook.
We'll put my hutcheswelding.com. You find everything there.
Oh, perfect.
We'll put a link on the YouTube channel.
Exactly. So, okay, explain to me what you were talking about the other day about not being able to clearance anything inside.
Well, so let me just tell you what a mini tub does. Mini tub basically gets rid of all this. You tub it to the frame rail. So you remove the shock and the spring tower here. And what you do is you'll move your coilovers inboard. They'll actually go back here.
Okay.
And then you'll add tub, and that way the wheel can go all the way out to here.
Right.
Since you're keeping this, you can't really do that.
No.
There's really nothing. You're kind of maxed out. I mean, obviously you see this where the tire is.
Yeah,
hitting.
that's why I was like, oh
And
shit.
there's really nothing to clearance or to cut or remove because I mean you're using these components. So
A lot of people just hit it with a big old hammer, and I'm like, yeah, but you're just gonna distort the shit out of it, really, at the end of the day.
I mean, well, my deal is you have room to go this way. You know what I mean? You can still go out. So
Right.
I figured just roll the fenders, and like we talked about, either put a spacer or get a new face for your wheels
Right.
to change the offset to bring it back out, and you'll make up your clearance here, and it won't look so funny being all sunken battleship.
Right, because I'm not looking to get a bigger tire than that. Honestly,
Yeah, no, the tire will be fine.
That'll be fine.
It'll just move it out. It'll move it away from here, and it'll fill in your.
So we got plenty of room this way, but since we're right up against this guy, there's nothing really to clearance, and you have the shock in the way, so
Yeah, like I said,
can't really go in more.
It's either you do a mini tub, which you get rid of this and tub it, or I mean, yeah, you could probably smash with a hammer here or there, but
Yeah, no.
I figured if you still got some room to go over, why not just do that?
Cool. So what the torque box reinforcements do
Yeah,
is
so this goes in here. This is obviously loose, but that gets bolted in and welded up from the top.
okay.
And then another one goes in here. You can see.
Okay, so it sandwiches basically the top and bottom.
Yeah. This is essentially your torque box, and that just stiffens all that up, reinforces it because these things rip out.
Yeah, I think when you launch the car, the rear end kind of does this. It goes back and it
twists
yanks.
all over. These things rip. All this starts to pull.
From my
I've
80s
actually had to repair a lot of it.
Yeah, from
Not
my
on this, but on other
another
cars.
because yeah, on my 86 notch, I ripped it right here, and there was a huge gap, like
Yeah,
a massive
yeah.
gap. I had to push it back in, weld it. It was a fucking nightmare. So
Yeah. So it's actually better to do it now than to wait till it breaks and have to fix it later.
cool. So now you got froggy enough and suggested that you'd take the engine out, you'd put the K member in, the whole nine. That's why I brought you the.
Yeah, why not, man? I mean, you've got, you know, I said, you know, I do metal art and, you know, kind of furniture and stuff like that. And you're
Right.
like, oh, I'm getting rid of this motor. So like, oh, I'll take the motor. And you're like, oh, you know, come pick it up for me. I'm like, dude, you want me to just pull it out? And then you're talking about putting the K member in on the ground. I'm
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Want me to just put your K member in too? Like,
Dude, trust me, you're saving me a whole bunch of time, and I can actually
cars
concentrate
here,
on
you know
other
what I
things.
mean? So
Yeah,
help you out.
all the shit's got to go anyway. So you have a lift, you could probably just unbolt everything and just lift it up,
yeah,
or whichever way you want to do it.
like we always do with the Mustang. We just drop the whole engine subframe.
Sorry about the leaks.
Everything.
Look,
Yeah.
it's already left its mark here.
Dude, it's
It's a piece of shit, dude.
It's toast, man.
This is a C4. Dude, it's all original shit. I've never even gotten underneath it. I've had to put like 5 ports in the fucking trans since I've had it. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna start.
Did it run?
Dude, it ran good. It's just
Yeah?
a starter fried, and then
okay.
it just didn't start anymore. But the motor ran great.
Yeah, you
It's
drove
just-
it at PBH one
Remember?
time.
Yeah, it was smoking. It was hitting the catalytic converter, just smoking everywhere. Where is the catalytic converter anyway? That thing's a big motherfucker.
It is. It's like this box, man. Yeah, it was like this wide. It was huge.
Yeah, it was a big motherfucker. So, where's the rack? Okay, I got you the rack, and then I'm not gonna bug you too much. You can keep cranking on it.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come by, give people an update as to what's going on, show them what the torque box reinforcements do underneath, and how we're gonna clearance this going the other way. And we talked about the other car that I might be procuring,
Yeah, man.
but I'm not gonna say too much yet until it's a
a
solid
top
deal,
secret
until
project.
it's here. Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Here at Harvey's shop real quick, and look at that. The Fairmont is a roller. Woo-wee. Look at that. That's cool. He must have busted his ass. It's only been here a couple days. He got the, I think he's got the stuff welded up. I don't want to bother him too much, but I think he's got the torque boxes welded up. Yep. Very nice. Hello, Harvey.
That turd.
Huh?
Look at that turd.
Spark plugs. Your boy fucking's like, oh, it's misfiring. Did you check the plugs? No. And I'm like,
Really?
put plugs in it? Fine. He's like, it's a tune. It's a tune. It's not the fucking tune, dude. It's the fucking. Sure enough, it's the plugs.
Let's go, man. Turn that shit up.
Ooh wee! Look at this. Nice. Anything weird? Oh, you got everything in there. Did you paint the shaft?
Yeah. So actually, I welded it. Safety first, my friend.
Why? Oh, the splines?
Yeah. Well, here. Let me hold this
Yeah,
up.
go
Let's
ahead.
do this white.
Yeah.
So this shaft you adjust. You know, you can cut it. You cut it to length or whatever.
Right.
And you're supposed. You know, it has these set screws with lock nut, and you're supposed to kind of do like a little dimple,
Okay.
and it kind of holds it in.
Mhm.
But for added security, I'll weld it to the actual steering joint here.
Okay.
So
And it slips off the front and the back, so the middle
yeah,
is
yeah.
fine,
This, you know, you have your spot here. You unscrew that, and that'll slide out as long as you're spline here. But like I said, with so many freaking
Yeah.
room for error, I'm
One less thing, yeah.
just like, it always worried me. So I'm like, I've always welded them, and so after you weld it, you know. Plus, this shit rusts. Like these things are
It's steel, it's
stainless, I think, but
Right.
this is just a standard
Regular
steel.
steel.
So you know, it rusts. So I fucking welded it.
Looks good, man.
Well, added security for you. You know, you race car guys go 200 miles an hour. You know, the last thing you want to go is fucking go.
How are these to put in? Any pain in the ass? Any difficulty?
Fucking pain in my ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, seriously, because
No, they suck.
I looked at them and I'm like, dude, that looks
You
like
got
it's
like
a pain
the
in the
highest
ass.
spring rate in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like 20 fucking 4 foot. You got a lift kit essentially.
So basically, that's as bottom as they'll go.
This is the.
Well, once you put an engine in it, dude, it's gonna drop quite a bit.
This is actually the lowest they'll go.
Really?
Yeah. So,
What do you give you, 14?
I think so.
dude, they're fucking massive. Like, I had to work some magic and some massaging to get them in. I'm like jacking one thing up and this and that, so it was pretty entertaining.
It looks
I
good,
was
man.
cursing you last night.
That's all right. You know, you won't curse me when I give you some money. All right, there you have it. Harvey absolutely busted his ass for me, and I really appreciate it. The car's a roller now. The car is literally ready to receive a engine, transmission, and start really getting down to the nitty gritty. So what's going to happen next? The plan for the Fairmont is it's going to go to power by the hour, and it's not going to leave power by the hour until it's running and driving. I have all the stuff here. I have fuel pumps, this and that. It's going to need brakes, brake lines. It's going to need a lot of work, but the plan is this. Get it to power by the hour, get an engine in it, get a transmission in it, do some fabrication for the trans tunnel, because it will have a transmission that I'm not going to really talk about just yet until it arrives, and hopefully we get the project going. And I'm hoping by the end of summer, which is really close. I'm saying like legit end of summer, like September, the car's running and driving. That's the plan. So thanks for listening, guys. I'll keep you updated on the Fairmont. Big things are happening with the Fairmont project. Talk to you later.